We're in trances, going off to different places, different planets. Watch your aura pass me by, losing balance. What if we run out of time and second chances? Empty-handed, you left fast life.
Hello, you guys. It is Crystal Lopez here from crystalincome.com. How are you today? All right, I'm just going to bring you along for a quick little day in the life. So I've already had, let's see, it is noon. I'm making a brunch for a couple of my kids. I've already had a meeting this morning with my business coach. Today is not a day where I am online training, so I didn't really have to be super presentable. And I have had a pre-meeting with Reading Eggs. I'll be doing a interview with them later on today, talking about how their product has helped us in our homeschool journey with our little kids reading. Anyway, I've got 3 hours until my big interview with them. We just hopped on this morning to make sure connection was good and all of that, and setup was good. And so I've got 3 hours left to get a shower, get presentable, get my area tidied up, and we'll go live at 3 o'clock. But in the meantime, I'm putting a quick little brunch together for my younger kids. And then also I've got some hard-boiled eggs. They're gonna eat some and I'm gonna eat some, and we're just gonna get our day going more. Like, we're already going, but get it in high gear, and then they will get going on their schoolwork. So let me show you what I've made for them real quick. All right, so I have taken, one of our kids loves these. He really, really likes them, and they're not super easy to find. And now that I've been in Sprouts more and more, I have found them there. They are expensive there. For a period of time, they had them at Sam's, and you could buy like a pack of 24 or something, or maybe it was 12, and it was cheaper per unit than to buy it this way. But I'm using these this morning for his brunch. They also have some that are like a cinnamon flavored, and they make a really yummy dessert type treat. But these are really good. So what I did was I took these, and then I took some of this, I'm needing to use this up before it goes bad, some of the Laughing Cow, and I smeared it onto a tortilla that is all egg based, and smeared it on there and then cut it up. And these are the everything bagel flavor. So you could also use cream cheese or other stuff, like whatever you want to put on it. And then I've boiled up some eggs, so I'm going to give each of them a boiled egg. And then I have got, I've got my boiled eggs going there. And then I have got some fruit that I need to use up. I've got grapes, and I have blueberries. And what else do I have? I have a pomegranate that we need to use up that Luke Henry is really excited to try. And then I've got a kiwi. So we're just going to have like a protein packed and fresh vegetable packed breakfast. Oh, and I made some homemade applesauce the other day using up apples that were getting mushy. And so it's cinnamon applesauce. So I'm going to give them some applesauce too. And then for myself, I'm going to have some fruit and some hard-boiled eggs. All right, so this is what we got going on here. Here we go. Okay, so I've made the little kids their stuff, and now I'm gonna make myself one, I'm trying to use up all the remnants of leftover fruits and things like that are in the fridge, and I need to use that pomegranate before it just completely decays. So, yeah, teenagers pretty much, if they're not roaming around down here in the kitchen, you know, they really like to kind of do their own thing for breakfast. So some of them like to make pancakes. Like, one of my teenagers likes to make pancakes from scratch, not using a mix. Blows my mind. Sometimes I'll have a whole bunch of pancakes made up in the fridge, and they can just take some out and heat them up. Some of them like to make their own eggs, fry their own eggs. Some of them don't really care to always have breakfast. So the little kids, if I'm putting breakfast together, or if Lenny's putting breakfast together, there are many times that it's just for the four of us, and the other teenagers are kind of figuring out what they want when they need it, when they desire. Okay, they're teenagers. Anyway, there's some of that homemade applesauce that I made using those leftover, or those apples that I needed to use before they went bad. And I did it in the Instant Pot. I have a video on that. I'll show you. Anyway, so here's their breakfast. And I made them little bowls with the pomegranate seeds and then made their little plates there. And then I'm going to make myself something as well, and something for Lenny too. Just hard-boiled eggs with all the different fruits. Did you know kiwi, like, I am learning so much about the healing properties of different fruits and vegetables. Kiwi has more health benefits than more than an orange, more than a banana. Like, I feel like it has more vitamin C than an orange and more potassium than a banana. And like, the way that it can restore things in your body, one whole kiwi can restore blah, 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 blah. It's pretty impressive. And then different nuts we're having as well. And those are wasabi peas, which Lenny will not eat those. They're too spicy for him, but I love them. And we've just been buying a variety of nuts and using them in I like to put turmeric and cayenne pepper, salt and pepper on top of my eggs. Some of the kids like that too, some don't, just depends. Okay, so before I go and take my shower and finish getting ready, like, seriously, this is honestly a pretty chill day for me. We're going to get a lot done, but it's not a crazy work day. Usually Thursdays are kind of appointment days and very little structured work and more fill in the gap work kind of stuff, and then appointments and whatnot. But before I go upstairs to have my interview with Reading Eggs at 3 o'clock that day, I am going to get a soup going in the Instant Pot. So this is an anti-inflammatory soup that we have been loving. Jack and Luke Henry will eat it. My teenagers really, they're like, I'm not so sure about that. So we will have something a little different for them for dinner, or they can make their own dinner. I've already made this soup probably 4 times in the last 6 weeks. It is so good. It's literally apples. Just use whatever extra apples that you have left over, 3, 4, 5 of them, and core them. You don't want to put the core and the seeds in there. And then we're going to put in some garlic, and we're going to put in an onion, and then we're going to put in, 5 medium-sized sweet potatoes. And I do not peel the sweet potatoes. I literally just wash them. I buy the organic ones. I wash them, and then I dice them up and throw them in the Instant Pot. I add some broth, and I do vegetable broth, and you can actually cut it with water so that it has even less sodium. I really need to learn how to make. It's not even learn how to make. I need to take the time to make my own broths, whether it is vegetable or chicken or whatever. I just need to take the time to do that because it really is the best way to do it. Anyway, I'm just throwing these sweet potatoes in there. And then we're going to pour that broth in. We're going to do a little bit of salt and pepper. This ends up tasting just like butternut squash soup. It is phenomenal, okay? We're also going to add in some coconut milk. I've done it a couple of different ways. Oh, and it has turmeric in it, which is super healing. And then salt and pepper. So the coconut milk, I have added it at this point, and then I've also added it just a little bit before it's time to eat it. But basically, you're going to let this cook all day, add a little bit of water. I've got my Berkey over there at the end of our little counter there. You're going to let it cook all day, and then you're going to run it through the blender once it's done, and everything's just going to mishmash up together, and it's a pureed soup that tastes, it's savory sweet, tastes just like butternut squash. It is phenomenal. So good. Okay, so while I'm doing all that, Lenny is upstairs in the loft, which is our homeschool area, trying to figure out my camera situation. That's his thing. Like, I get so frustrated with that kind of stuff if I've got to set something up new. He is getting it all set up with lighting and extension cords and all that, so that when it's time for my Reading Eggs interview, I can do that. I will link below to that interview. It was on their Instagram channel. It was such an honor to be a part of that. And they just asked questions about our homeschool journey and how Reading Eggs has been incorporated into that. And honestly, Reading Eggs was one of the first things that helped me realize, you know what, I could totally move my kids to online schooling. This is amazing. So I also, you may see that I do different sponsorships with them. You'll see I send out emails pushing their free month. So check those out. You can get free 30 days. Anyway, all right. So now a little bit later, I am recording this video that already went live, which was my Costco, what's on sale this month at Costco. And here's just a little behind the scenes of the chaotic mess. Again, I had a new way I wanted to record, and it can be difficult for me to figure that stuff out. So then I'm also going to put dinner together. We're going to put dinner together real quick for kids. Lenny and I ended up eating the soup. We had I bag up the leftovers, or I can put it in containers and store it, and we can eat it for a couple of days. But this is leftover chicken. If you only have like one leftover chicken breast or one thigh or something, take it, shred it, and then add a can of black beans, some corn, some rotel, and you can really add whatever you want. And then I turn it into quesadillas. I've been doing that for years. Like, this blog post is over on my site, and I probably posted it 12 years ago. It is, and add a little bit of taco seasoning. It's such a great way to use up leftover chicken. The kids love it. Okay, then our washing machine broke. This is all the same day. My washing machine broke, and so me and Lenny and one of the teenagers ran to Home Depot. Our dishwasher has been giving us issues too. Lenny fixed that. It was clogged. I'm always clogging the dishwasher. But the washing machine was about 5.5 years old. We bought it right around the time that we moved in, right when we moved into this house, actually. And so it was time. He was like, it's not, the compressor's going out on it. Let's just get a new one. It's going to cost almost that to fix it. So while we were there, he also was looking at gas stoves, which he's wanted a gas stove for a while. And the last time that we bought a stove, we only had it for 2-3 months, and two of our kids broke the front of it and broke the glass off the front. Some of you guys have asked, what's up with the front of your stove? Well, that's what it was. It still mechanically works, but he wanted to go ahead and get a gas stove before we can't get them. So we're looking at washing machines. We ended up getting basic washer. I've had top of the line fancy Sings 2U, has a built-in sink washer, and I've had basic GE washer. They both last the same amount of time, and I feel like the less bells and whistles that you have, the better. I did want a washing machine that had no agitator. I got this one right here. I love it. They delivered it. It was awesome. At the last minute, I did see this one that has a removable agitator, and I was tempted. I was super tempted, and then I thought, how am I going to keep up with this removable piece? Let's just stick with what I want, with what I came for. So we got that basic GE model, and then Lenny picked out his gas stove, which he is so excited to have, and we actually donated our other stove because it did still work. We donated it to a friend. So we listed it on Facebook and told, we were going to sell it for like $50, and then a friend wanted it, and we were like, come get it, just come get it. And do you want this washing machine too? Anyway, all right, so we're wrapping up our day. All right, you guys, today I also got a delivery from, I'm trying a new organics line that I am super, super excited about. They have a lot of home things and health and wellness things. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. They're called Rocasa. There's actually a blogger that I've been online friends with, acquaintances. I've met her in person multiple times. She's a mom of many. She used to be a blogger, and now I think she's a chiropractor now, or she works in a chiropractic office doing her own like natural kind of healing and help for people. Anyway, she had mentioned this brand, and I'm like, okay, you have to tell me about this. And then my daughter-in-law, who knows all about crunchy organic stuff, she's like, oh yeah, it's a great brand. So I actually made a couple of purchases. This is the first purchase that I made, and this is all for me. And then I bought some additional things for my daughter-in-law and for my son to help with their sleep and energy levels, and for that new grandbaby to get her I got her some teething oil. But anyway, and this shipment is all the stuff that I got for myself, which this is going to be a mess, but that's okay. All right. What I am really most excited about, they have a lymphatic cream, and I am very, very eager to try that. This is an overall body butter, which is lavender and Roman chamomile.
I like when you say that.
Lavender?
No,
body butter. Body butter. Body butter. Ooh,
Fun.
Look at that.
Fun word, body butter.
Oh, that smells good. Body butter. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe it'll make my aging spots go away.
Oh, get out.
Anyway, okay, that's super awesome. I will let you guys know how I like it. Looks a little oily, but let's see how it does. I bet this is great on, I put lotion on my body every day when I get out of the shower because I have dry skin. All right, so I've actually been trying to stay out of Bath and Body Works and just using more natural soaps. There's a myrrh and frankincense soap that I've been getting at Sprouts that I love, but I thought, you know what, let me try this as well. This is their lavender.
Oh, you
It's
love
frankincense and lavender. I do love lavender. So I'm really eager. Oh yeah, that smells nice. Look at how pretty that is. So this company, smell it, is out of Texas, but they're
Smells like?
making their way downtown, walking fast. How's that song go? All right, they do have some essential oils as well, and my friend Brandy told me that this clean one is a really good smelling one. So, not sure where I'll use it. Oh yeah, that does smell good. I will either use it in my diffuser or in my laundry room. Absolutely.
Can I smell it?
So
that smells good. It does smell like lemon.
I have got some dryer balls that I'll use that on. Okay, here is that lymphatic cream. Yes. I'm telling you guys, this is not sponsored. This is not, I don't even have an affiliate link to share with you, but this is my day in life. I don't know. I don't know how that works actually. It looks like they want you to have a store. So this is glass. These are glass. Okay, interesting. I am really eager to try this. This is to drain and flush your lymphatic system. I don't know if it's
topical.
Yeah, I don't know if it's my deodorant or if it's something else that's causing this, but I'm having some, I feel like I'm having some swelling like in some of my lymph node areas. Anyway.
Better have that checked.
I want to try this and do some dry brushing. That my daughter-in-law has been telling me about dry brushing, so I ordered a couple of different dry brush options, and then I am eager to use this. This is part of their wellness collection. It has shea butter, what is that? Safflower, arrowroot, grapefruit, lemon, lavender, frankincense, orange, peppermint, ginger. Go and look up their store. Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what I got. So I ordered 3 of these hand soaps that are castile soap based, and I got the rosemary, the peppermint, and the immunity one. The immunity one is my favorite. We've been using them all 3 for about 3.5 weeks now, and they still are going strong. Like, we're not out yet. Pretty amazing. They last a while. One of my favorite purchases outside of the lymphatic cream and the body butter is these jars here. I got antioxidants, I got adrenal support, I did get the elderberry, and then I ended up placing another order with the tart cherry. They are all amazing, and they do different things. So the adrenal gives you energy and helps with stress level, I believe, and then the antioxidants are great for inflammation. That's the adrenal one, and it tastes like pineapple. It's so good. Read the label. It's all good ingredients. Anyway, very excited about the things that I got.
Find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better. So much better. I don't fit to your box.
And then I'm going to show you really quickly how I made the homemade applesauce. This was a different day, but it's so easy to do. So just take any leftover apples that are starting to get a little tender, you know, like apples, once they start getting softer, they're not really great for snacking on, but I don't necessarily want to throw them away, right? So how can I use them? You want to core them, and if they have a lot of bumps and bruises, this is a great thing to do for them too. So core them. You do not want the seeds or the core to go in there. I used everything that I had left that was mushy or not in the best condition. I want to say, I don't know, maybe 8 apples. And it probably made 2.5 to 3 cups of applesauce when we were all said and done. Anyway, you're going to take all of those apples and see how that one right there, that's perfect for making applesauce with, the one that's got the big huge bruise on it. And you can cut that part off totally. Anyway, we're going to slice them up into even sized pieces, and then we're going to put them in the Instant Pot.
Queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. In a world of green, just like a dream, you and I standing wild and free, with petals so golden, the sun's warm kiss, a love so strong, a bliss.
right, so now we are going to add nutmeg and cinnamon and some water. Anytime you're cooking in your Instant Pot, you've got to have water in there. Otherwise, it's going to burn and you're going to get an error code and you're going to get irritated. I'm not adding any sugar to this at all.
You'll see, oh dandelion, the strength that you've shown, stronger each year. Look how we hold on through the toughest of times. We still stand strong through pavement. We will.
All right, we're going to cook it for 7 minutes on high pressure, and here's what it looks like when it's all done. I did let it naturally release as long as possible, and then I released the rest of it. That's not really important, honestly. However you want to release the pressure is fine. And then I am using a potato masher to mash this up. I suppose that you could run this through a blender as well, and it would be super, super creamy. This was a little chunky. And then I'm adding some lemon, and since I didn't do a good job here and I got the seeds in there, I'm gonna have to fish those seeds out. But the lemon does help with flavor and with, I really don't know all the things that it does, but we always add it. I don't know. We often add it. Anyway, there you go. And I was able to hold on to that and use it in breakfast for kids for quite a few days. So there you have it. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Oh, dandelion.